All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Holy fuck. We are here with Sublett. He had just won another regional today in wherever we are, middle of somewhere, Canada.
Ottawa or Gatineau or
whatever you want to call it.
Sorry.
Gatling Gun, Canada.
Gatling Gun, Canada.
Yeah, Canada Nats. He won with his infamous, tried and true U7. We are at DMG, or Dimension Magic Games, and love to do a profile with you, so show us what you got.
All right, sure. So I'm not really going to spend the time to go through and explain what every single card does, because just watch one of the other videos. This build is actually a little bit different. I tried a few new things. I tried reducing the number of draw engine cards, because they don't actually do a lot of aggressing or defending.
Okay.
And I found that I just wanted space for better cards.
Right.
There's so many good yellow cards. So we're still playing the 4-4 lineup of the 1-drops. You still need to open a 1-drop.
Right.
Of course. And you round it off as 10 1-drops with 2 assimilates. So the statistics are that if you have the additional 2 assimilates, you can run 60 cards and be more consistent than if you ran 56 with 8.
Right.
It comes out to around 69% as well, which is pretty nuts.
Pulse.
Right.
Or giggity or something. Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Something, one of those.
Then for Android 18, but now I cut 17 down to 3 copies.
Okay.
This was something I wanted to test today. 17's probably the worst of all of them.
Yes.
He just doesn't do enough.
It never really comes. His effect never really comes up.
Right. It came up once today. I rested a Piccolo Jr. Eradicator of Peace.
I don't know what that is, but okay, cool.
That's the Alliance guy that deals the damage. You remember him?
Yes.
It was a very good 17, but still doesn't come up very much. So I wanted to kind of reduce this a little bit to fit some newer cards to test out. For the rest of the U7s, this is another card I cut. I'm only running 2 Vegeta now instead of 4.
Interesting.
I found that I was just burning this card a lot more often. I would just combo it just to get the second card.
Right.
It wouldn't do anything as far as tapping something goes, not very influential. With dual attack cards, I Bardock them when they dual attack me. I don't need to rest their card again.
Right.
And in fact, it has negative synergy with Bardock because I don't want to rest.
You don't want to rest anything. Right.
Unless it's like a Z unit.
Right.
So I reduced his number down to 2. I didn't miss the extra copies all day. He was there when he needed to be, and he wasn't always there. Like I had better cards in a lot of cases. 4 red, still the prime removal that exists in the deck.
Second best card in the deck.
It is. It is.
Or in the archetype, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Just Z deck removal is great.
Always accessible, always there when you need it. Right?
Yep. You can't interact with it. You cannot stop your card from dying.
Right.
Which is really nice. Does not ignore barrier, but that's okay.
Right.
Of course, you play 4 of the 4-drop. Card's still ignorant.
Yes.
Still hand destruction for some reason in your deck while you're drawing cards.
Right.
Rest ignoring barrier. This deck is just ignorant to barrier. It does not care.
Right.
Does not care at all. And of course the 1 6-drop. I resolved 6-drop 0 times today.
Look at that.
Not a single time. I burned more times today per game than I played 6-drop.
Playing the 6-drop, right.
Which is very interesting.
Maybe he doesn't need it.
Well, I find the more you rely on the 6-drop, the more often you lose.
Well, yeah,
because your opponent knows very well that this is your win condition, and they will do everything they can to play around it, including taking double strikes that they should have negated a long time ago.
Right.
Because if they negated it and tapped themselves out, then you kill them with this.
Right, you're predicting your play lines. You're kind of saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is my flow chart. And then they're like, okay, if that's your flow chart, I'll follow this. I'll follow your flow chart then. And then, right.
Exactly. And so that's why I wanted to replace some of the engine cards with non-engine violence, essentially.
Okay.
Because it's just, they can't negate those while being efficient playing around the 6-drop.
Right.
So the 6-drop was a constant threat, and it was never needed.
Cool.
All right. The super combo is Backbone. Don't play Hercule. Don't play Gohan Piccolo if you can avoid it. This is the best super combo because it synergizes with everything in your deck.
Right.
Your leader tucks it to the Z energy. Your cycles draw cards. I hate seeing the lists that play like Hercule or that play
something. Right.
Krillin. Don't. It's Backbone. Always Backbone. It's like a penny common.
So there's a penny common.
Yeah. All right. So for the attackers, you play 4 Majin Vegeta. Still one of the best attackers in your deck.
For sure.
One thing I did earlier today was actually play this on 2. It doesn't get double strike if you don't have 3 energy, but it still kills a card, and it's still a 25k, and you can still play it and draw a card if you have 2 energy. So it can still clear board early on when there's early aggression. Really bad against Panzino. Side them out against Panzino. You never have the chance to play it, they're just going to counter.
They're just right.
I also play 5 Janimbus.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, weird behavior.
Weird behavior.
Yeah.
Now, you play 4 Janimbus. This card is incredible. It's 1 mana if your opponent has 2 or more energy. So if they go first, you can actually aggress unisons with this kind of card.
Right.
Really good against green, really good against black. It has deflect for some reason. And it also kills barrier cards. So against Saiyaman, you just kill that thing. Right?
You can lose lead it, arrest it if you need to, and go down to Janemba or whatever.
Exactly,
right.
Yeah. There's so many decent to very good cards with barrier right now that you need the barrier removed. So you play 4 Janemba, you play 2 Frieza.
Racist Frieza.
Racist Frieza, that's correct. Racist Frieza is only good if they're Saiyans, but a lot of decks still play Saiyans even if they're not Saiyan-centric deck. Easiest card to side out if they're not. I played against red androids earlier today. Just side this out. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Otherwise, it is a when you're on 3 energy card, dual attack 25k draw a card. Very good, and it's 6.
Right.
6 is so important right now against all the Panzinos that run around because their counterplay hits 5.
Yep.
So
needs just to get something to stick on the board, right?
Yep. Aggression and defense in 1 card. I wanted to test this out. Truth be told, I cut 17 to try this card.
Okay.
It was fine. It was fine. It rests and negates skills ignoring barrier, which is cool. It's a 1 mana double striker.
Right.
And it is a Goku that procs your Vegeta. So it's another Goku card.
Interesting. Would you play another one?
No. God no. God no. Okay. Probably wouldn't play this one again, honestly.
Okay, fair.
And then Yellow Saiyaman, you need so much barrier removal right now. It's kind of the gatekeeper. So I play 2 of the Gojitas just for the barrier removal.
Right.
Sometimes you discard 2 cards from your opponent's hand, but most of the time you're actually using this to clear 2 cards.
Just to clear the 2.
The dual attack tends to be more impactful than the double strike.
For sure.
Because they're going to negate the double strike. But dual attack, you're probably getting one of those damage through.
Right.
And what goes in with this, and why I kind of went back to this card, is the Gooch Goku. So this is the new promo Goku. It's 1 mana, your opponent has to have 3 or more energy, so they synergize in that way because you can't play either of them if your opponent doesn't.
Right.
You draw a card, you play this 30k barrier for some reason.
Right.
And then you choose one of your battle cards, switch it to rest mode, negate one of your opponent's shit skills ignoring barrier.
Right.
Right? So you can play it, you can switch himself to rest mode if you want. You can switch your Bardock to rest mode, switch to active, draw another card.
Right.
And you can trade it in for this Gogeta afterwards. So this is kind of the alternative aggression package along with an Overrealm.
Okay.
When Gamma was popular, I would play the Overrealm that warped 6 or more.
Yes.
Now that TN is a little bit more popular, this card is more influential.
For sure.
Also, again, against Pan, 6 is better than 5.
Right.
And clearing their blocker, the free blocker negate guy, whatever it's called, something of the Demon Realm.
Free blocker negate.
The token block, token negates.
Oh, the token negates.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Support of the Dark Empire.
That one, yeah, okay.
So these are kind of your additional attackers. In addition to, your Z-Extra, which has unisons, right?
Yep.
Then you have your defensive package, which is 2 Time Magic, 3 Nimbus, 2 Vegito, and 4 Bardocks.
Yep.
And the way that this works is early game you want a Bardock or Vegito, and then after that when your opponent has counterplays live, like they're at 4 lives so they can begrudging you, or if they have a unison with multiple markers on it, for example, that's when you want to go with the Nimbus.
Yeah, right.
Right? Because they're probably not going to be able to counterplay this. You just adjust these ratios. There's more defense in the side deck. You just adjust these ratios for whatever match you're playing.
Right. Whatever type of counterplays you can play or something. Right.
Exactly. Is Time Magic more influential than a Vegito? All right, cut it for the 3rd Time Magic in the side deck. Need the 4th Nimbus, side deck.
Right.
And then, of course, the secret rare is Gogeta.
Feature ban card or errated card or something? Or
This card's so ignorant. I played it once today. I actually won most of my games above 3 life.
Above 3, right.
But the fact that this card is in my deck means that people will not attack me when I'm at 4, which is all I care about.
Right. It's a deterrent that shouldn't exist.
It is. It's a baby hatch that you didn't know was a baby hatch.
Right,
basically.
right.
They'll put you to 4 and they're like, I'll try to kill you next turn. It's like, no, you won't. I'm yellow. You're not going to. And then if your opponent does just play into it, like, good game.
Right.
Like, I did play it. I got, I think, 7 energy markers today. Swung with Tapion like 4 or 5 times. I think I used both of them. It's crazy.
That's the main deck.
That's the main deck.
That's the main deck. A few changes, different iteration, implementing. Right. And then this is the side.
This is the Z Extra.
Z Extra.
Or the Z
deck. Yeah.
Z deck, yeah. So 2 Tapions. I need to get this fixed so that they look the same.
Yeah, someone find him a Tapion alt art thingy.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
So this card is just a triple attacker for 3 energy in your Z deck. So when they floodgate battle cards, you still have the ability to push more. You can play this early to hold down key unisons.
Right.
Like double strike unisons or double blockers or dual attacks. Like Deborah and Android 18 come to mind.
Right.
You just hold them down, they don't get to switch to activate.
Sure.
So he's a very, very influential card like that. And if he lives a turn for some reason, he's a triple attacker for 1 mana.
Right.
Very, very good card. It's nice to finally have a decent unison that this deck can play. Then you have the less decent unisons. I played this card. So this card has a new reason. It used to be this was just a 1 mana 15k that you could play in your Z deck. Now this is for Saiyaman. Their 8-drops proc when you play any card. So you just pay 1 for this and they fizzle.
Okay.
They trigger and they fizzle, and then you can do whatever you want.
Just go about your life.
Yeah,
go about
so
your turn, right.
if you have a 1-drop, you can just play the 1-drop to trigger them. But if you don't, you have a 1-drop.
Right.
Right? So you're never hindered. It costs you an energy to play around it, but you're never hindered by
Fair.
it at least. So. And then Zamasu. This card's really cute. What it does is you trade a 3 cost or less, you negate its skills and give it to your opponent.
Right.
Which gets around the Goku that if it's removed from the board, it removes itself from the game. You negate its skills and then you give it to your opponent, so it works.
Right.
And then you take their card. Most likely they swing with a dual attack all the time, and you Bardock it, so the dual attack's still in active mode, so you take it, its skills aren't negated, so you swing twice with it. Right?
Pretty good.
This card's really good against green because they'll make you discard the 1-drop Gohan, so you just give it to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I used him a few times today. He did come up. For your Z Extra package, you've got Omen. You burn your opponent. I really wish I could play 4 of it, but I'm not allowed to.
Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude for sure. Goku's Kamehameha. This is just for extra juice when you're going in with the 6-drop.
Right.
Doesn't really happen all that often, no. Mighty Blast. This is if they have a barrier card. You put this up sometime in the game, and you just leave the energy up so you can negate its skills.
Right. Simple. Right.
And then the final one is the rocket built for 1 person with the Frieza. Again, people ask all the time. I had a judge read my leader twice. This can be in my Z deck. I just cannot play it. I can include it. I just cannot play it.
Right.
It exists to be put under this. So for 3 energy, my opponent cannot attack with deflect or double strikes next turn.
All right.
What is the purpose of that? You play against green. You attack. They dormant you. You tell them you will not be Cell Xenoing me today.
Right.
They can play the Cell Xeno, but it will not be attacking.
Right.
That's why that exists. Okay.
Fair enough.
So that's the Z deck. I wouldn't change anything about it. You could cut this if you wanted. It doesn't really matter. I don't know what you would put in its place.
At that point, right.
Yeah, it does not matter that much. And then for the side deck, like I was saying, your defensive package is extended into your side deck. So your defense package is here. That is not what I meant to put out there. Mutaido. So again, you just adjust the ratios of your defense cards, and occasionally your offense cards, depending on what's your role in the match. Are you the sword or the shield in the match? Right. And so you've got Vegeta. This card's crazy. When it rests your Bardock switches to active mode and draws a card. Right. Which is pretty unnecessary. So unnecessary. If your opponent leaves this on 2 markers, you can use its ability to switch itself to rest mode, give it to the 3rd one, and then -3 to rest their energy too. Right. So if your opponent has to push you and has to ignore this, you get to take an energy from them to do it. The dual attack double strike is cute. If you have another one, you can tuck it under, but it doesn't matter. You rest their energy to keep it. Right. Then the Time Magic and the Nimbus, again, you just alter ratios. And Mutaido is in here for the random stuff. And also green. When you play your 4-drop Goku, your opponent next turn, 100 times out of 100 will pay 2 for the Gohan Goku. Right. So you just Mutaido that thing and it did nothing. They wasted 2 energy. Nice. So he's in there to respect green. So that's your extended defense package. Right. Then you have random tech cards, which are Trunks the Cunning. This is fine against blue. This is for Broly. This is for yellow Broly. Right. I'm not going to be caught in a tournament without this card. Okay. Because if I play against yellow Broly, they basically get to do whatever they want. Right. And I don't like that. Right. Jiren is the same way. Right.
You always respect time.
Always respect the time. Always respect
Every
the time.
time. Yep.
I will not be in a tournament without this
Same.
if there are prevalent blue decks.
Right.
It's not happening.
Shit, even if there ain't, I still got it. You never know. Round 1, 2, you don't know what you run into. So
You never know.
Right.
And then this Frieza. This is infinite barrier removal.
Right.
You pay 2 to play it. You kill their Gohan. Then you swing with leader and you combo it.
Right.
And so it costs 2 mana, but you are yellow, and they're not killing you.
They're not killing.
So it's just infinite barrier removal, basically. So I was testing this card out today.
Did you ever sight it in?
I had enough barrier removal in deck that I didn't need it, actually.
Right. Okay.
Goochku kind of bridged the gap a little,
Right,
so
right.
this could easily be something else.
Right.
All right, and then you've got your side-ins for specific things. You've got Gohan for green,
Right.
of course. Koitsukai for ignorant stuff.
Right.
Always.
Canadian quotes.
Canadian Koits, Canadian
Yeah.
Koits. We made a joke while we were waiting for the deck check. The Canadian Koits would bottom deck 2, draw 3.
Yep. Graceful charity.
Yep. Graceful charity, yes.
Graceful charity.
Absolutely graceful
Yep.
charity.
Yep.
And then you have the card that arguably probably could be in the main deck just because you side it in every single time it's begrudging.
Right.
The best card to side against U7, excuse me, is Oceanus.
Right.
You have to stop it from being played.
Right.
T-Blow does not stop it.
Right. Right.
And of course, the 15th card.
There's infamous 6-drop Broly from set. Oh Lord Jesus, child. Whatever that
Set
says.
one.
Set 1 Broly. It doesn't matter what it does. Don't worry about it. Okay, it'll never be relevant.
Good luck,
But,
charm.
Yeah, here we are.
That's
Yeah,
it.
so that's the deck. I mean, here's a question for the class. Want to share with the class?
What was the worst card in your deck?
Worst card in his deck.
Main, side,
Well, this is probably
side.
that was the worst.
It was fine against the finals. It actually did do
Yes,
something.
it did. Yeah.
It negated 2 attacks and stopped him from drawing a card, so it was fine. Yeah, this card was the worst, but you also have to respect in the mirror match that your opponent might be on the secret rare. You have to have a battle card way to stop the secret rare, the victory strikes.
The victory strike one.
So sometimes I'll side a riposte. This is just better than the riposte, in my opinion, because I can play it on my turn for 1 and get in there. So this was the worst card in the deck, but I'm still okay with it.
Right.
More questions for
Yeah.
the audience. What was your biggest misplay of the day, if any?
I genuinely don't think there was one.
If you guys didn't hear yet, what was your biggest misplay of the day, if any?
I guess the biggest misplay was Assimilate. I didn't count my Piccolos. There were 3 gone, so I have a rule. If I have 3 Piccolos visible, I will not play the Assimilate. I'll either bottom deck it with Coit, discard it for 18, or I will charge it.
Right.
I didn't check my areas before playing it, so I discarded a card for mine. That's it though. Like,
it.
I don't know. It was only 5 rounds, so that's like a lot less time to make mistakes. I just played really defensive and passive today, which also makes you make a lot fewer mistakes. I feel like if I had tried to rely on the 6-drop, I probably would have made more mistakes. A lot of times, because in the regional in Texas, I wasn't playing very well. I made lots of mistakes, and I relied on the 6-drop so heavily. Because of that, today I was so much more aware of what I was doing that I refused to put myself in a position where I went in.
Right.
In every situation, I refuse to go in if I have defense in my hand. The only time I'm going to go in is if I've got no chance to survive the following turn. And we didn't get to a situation like that. So I was kind of just like watching myself really hard today.
Look at that, fellas.
Is that it?
Multiple-time champions, still getting better at the game.
Every time. All right.
This game is incredible.
You said you had one more?
One last question. What color do you think needs the most help?
Green.
What color do I think? Obviously yellow. No, that's a really good question. I think the answer is actually red.
You said what color needs the most help?
I think red is the one that needs the most help. Red doesn't have really great floodgates. Dance is not the best floodgate
Anymore.
unless
Right.
your opponent kind of just cavemans into it.
Right.
Like it's not the best floodgate. Topo costs 2 and catches up begrudging so many times. You just go -2. And like there's a really cool red control deck that's Purunga, and you just don't have enough defense.
Right.
Red used to be the defense color.
Right.
And one of the things about it was you had like this ability to be offensive, but you had so much good defense.
Which is what makes red pan so good, because it kind of but it's just a specific deck, not the color that needs help in general. Right.
So I think red actually needs a lot of help in that regard. I think green, because you mentioned green, I think green doesn't actually need that much help.
This is a better deck.
It just needs a better win condition.
Right, yeah.
Right? They keep making green decks whose win condition is to attack you with a few, like multiple times.
Right.
That's not a great win condition.
Right.
Because floodgates exist in this game.
Right.
Green knows it. They'll dormant you 6 times in a game.
Right. Every time.
They just need a better win condition. They have all the tools that they need.
They do have a lot of tools, but yeah, they don't have a great way of closing out the game. The best way was sell Xeno for a moment, and then it got errated, so now you gotta wait till turn 5, and even then it's not guaranteed. So
I think the color that needs the least help is black.
Black.
Also white obviously needs like extraordinary amounts of help, but I don't even consider that like a real
because it just came out, right?
Yeah.
You think black needs no help?
Black actually needs to be toned back.
I think black is in a bad spot for, if you ask black players, they're not happy with black. They feel like there's nothing to play, and they don't count Panzino.
Okay, well you should count Panzino.
Well, look,
it is a tier 1 deck.
It is a tier 1. I agree with you.
Demigra Unison and the counterplay 5-drop are the most warping cards you can play against in the game. Your opponent goes Demigra Unison, all of your attacks go to it now.
Right.
Every single time.
Every time. Right.
And if you can't attack them with a barrier or a 6-drop, your leader's getting negated every time.
Right.
If you can't attack them with a barrier or a 6-drop, they're going to counterplay you.
Right.
And that's it.
I agree.
Their counterplay is also an overwhelm, is a 20k, and they can play it on their turn too.
You get a bean. You do have a counterplay that beans you. It's kind of wild.
Yeah. So no, black needs the least amount of help because it has the best tools possible. It's just Panda's the only deck that's an overwhelm deck.
Correct.
If black got any other leaders that synergize really well with overwhelm,
it has the cards. It just needs the leader to bring it together.
No, it has the leader.
It needs another
Pan.
one. Well,
It's Pan.
Black players don't want to play Pan. I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you. Man. I'm sorry.
Chat, I'm gonna cook them up one last question.
One last question.
How do we nerf the SCR?
How do you nerf?
If you had to nerf Gogeta,
How do you nerf it?
how do you make this card away? I don't have to ban it, but it can still be played. 4 markers?
I don't think this card's that amazing.
Yes, but it's what it creates, though.
Like, Jin, compare this to the cards that exist. Every color kind of has a ridiculous secret rare, except green. Right? Black has Saiyan. Evil Saiyan is the most egregious secret rare I think that exists.
It is. Burn a life, still a card. Right.
Not just burn a life. Look at your opponent's
life. Right. I get information that you'll never have. Right. Or you don't get.
I think he's way better than Gogeta because there is no restriction on using that thing.
Wow.
Hatch. Baby Hatch. I'm just going to say, my turn?
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean?
I don't lose this turn.
Yeah,
all right?
So
no matter what. Right.
Aggro deck's like a Rinsu. Just get to attack you and attack you and attack
tap
you.
Tap out
magic
and then boop. Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, well, I've got like 6 cards in hand. They've got 4. Attack, Hatch.
Right.
Now all their stuff's in active mode. So many cards say, when this card attacks, kill something.
Right.
So now you can't do it. So, I mean, Hatch is crazy. For yellow, this is all yellow has. I've tried Purunga, I've tried the Gohan Piccolo, and they just suck.
I think the problem is there's a lot of yellow decks that you rely on this card to win the game. Like without it, they don't have a win condition.
That's correct.
And that's an issue. But when it is slammed, and I think the problem too is this in conjunction with 7-drop freezes. That's what hurts. People give 7 markers.
So,
we'll wait. Right.
So you'll.
Okay. What do you want to do? What is it? What was the side event? Oh.
So you'll notice I'm not playing the 7-drop freezing.
Right.
The thing is, if you're playing against somebody who respects this card, they're never giving you 7 markers.
Right.
Never.
Right.
Period. Right? If you play against somebody who doesn't respect this card, you can play 7 1-cost cards and it's the same thing.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
It's just, this card is something that your opponent has to respect. And the moment they start respecting it, the worse this becomes. Right. So many times today, because I'm at 4 life or I'm at 5 life, I just don't have access to a secret rare.
But I think that's the problem that it creates, is that it makes your opponent not want to put you to 3 life.
Which is interaction, which I like in the game.
To not be able to put you down and go, if I put you to 3, I feel like I lose the game. I don't know.
Well, no. Like there's like a complexity.
For sure, right. There's layers, right. And I respect that. I think the card's whatever. I agree with you. It's great, but it don't need to be banned. But
Also,
if you had to errata it, how would you errata it?
I think they already did a good job saying you can't use the counter skill here.
Right.
I think that this should say if you have 4 or 5 or more energy, one of those 2.
Make it where it can only be at a certain turn.
The thing that's broken about this is I can use my energy marker on turn 3.
Realistically, if someone aggroed you down. Right.
That's right. If I have to have 4 energy or even 5 energy, then you're not afraid to put me to 3 anymore.
Right. Because I got time. Right.
You got
I got
time.
2 turns to push your shit in or try
That's
to.
right.
Right.
So that's how you could errata this card. That's how you could control this card a little bit better.
Right.
But you can also just play around this card by saying, all right, I'm going to put my opponent to 3 or 2 life, and I'm going to have a floodgate knowing that if they play this, they can't counter the floodgate.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So then I'm just going to have to pass with a bunch of energy markers up.
Right.
That's not great. If you're black, put me to 3, and then, what is his name?
Not saying.
Tenacious.
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 Yeah.
Then Tenacious me. It's like,
Right.
so I don't think he needs to be used. He's a very good card, but that's okay. Secret rares at this point in the game are very good.
They're supposed to be good cards. I mean, that's why.
He's not searchable or anything.
Right.
He is really a hard draw.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the infamous Sublett with his infamous U7, Never Let the Dream Die. First place. And again, Ken Nadia. And shout out anyone in shout outs real quick. I mean, if anyone's still watching, but.
All my friends over here. Armando, Cheska, Breer. You guys. Always love seeing you guys.
Shout out the squads, guys.
And then the Hermit folks as well.
And of course,
Jay,
Hermit guys.
Jay,
And Jay from Hermit.
Jay for giving me my only experience against Blue Bojack.
DMG Hermit. Sleeper agent, Jay. Yeah, Jay claims that you never tested against the deck, so.
I tested with it.
Yeah, well, see, Jay's a sleeper agent. See? Told you. Got him. Caught him in a lie. You heard it here first. All right, well, thank you, Sublett. Appreciate you. I'm not going to say we had a good game. I'm not going to say when we played, but it is what it is. And shit happens. And, I'm proud of you, man. So, good job. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.